Congratulations on the release of Peacemaker. How has that release been for you?
Thank you. It's been really exciting. It's my first time seeing myself on TV in a while. So to be attached to such a good project, it's really fun.
I mean, DC has a huge fan base. So, what was it like kind of joining that army in a way?
Uh, it was a bit daunting, just because I know the fans are very lively in that community. But so far, the support's been really great. The characters being received really well, and the show is a lot of fun. So it's been really nice.
Yeah, the first few episodes are out and they're so good. But I want to know, are you a fan or were you a fan of DC before you got this role?
Yeah, so I grew up watching all the Batman, Superman stuff. And when I found out I was auditioning for it, I uh, was super nervous because when the audition came out, it was the breakdown said it was a James Gunn project, which I was like a huge fan of his already,
Yeah.
ever since his Slither and Super days. And then they said that John Cena was also attached. And then I auditioned, and then when I booked the role, it was actually under a different name, so
Mhm.
I didn't know I was playing Judo Master.
Really?
Yeah, and so I booked it, and then it was time for my costume fitting, and they were like, "Hey, we're gonna 3D scan you for your super suit," and I
Okay.
was like, "Wait, what?" And then they told me the character's name, and I Googled it, and I was like, "Wait, this is a superhero?"
So you were like brought into it with no idea at all.
Yeah, I thought I was auditioning for just like some random like henchman or something.
I mean, yeah, you're working with big names like John Cena. Did you have any scenes or did you learn anything from him?
Oh my gosh, he is such a blast to work with. He's super sweet. And his improv skills are like none other. Like so fast, so witty. Like after the day of shooting, I would come home and like take a shower and I'm like, oh crap, I should have said this. And like, how is he so fast with that kind of stuff, you know?
Yeah. I mean, for anybody who hasn't watched it yet, could you tell us a little bit about what it's about?
Yeah, so it's a spin-off about Peacemaker. He's sort of an anti-hero.
Hmm.
They took down a big kaiju like starfish alien monster in the Suicide Squad, and stuff went down, and uh, and so the series explores more about him as a character, where he came from, and they're on a new mission, and it's a lot of fun. Yeah.
Did you have the chance to watch the Suicide Squad when it came out?
Yeah, so I actually got invited to the premiere of the Suicide
Really?
Squad. Yeah, and it was my first big red carpet event, and I was like super nervous. I took my sister, and we just had such a blast and really enjoyed the movie.
At that point, did you know you were going to be a part of the DC universe, or was it still like you just got invited?
Yeah, so the premiere came out in August, and I had wrapped filming Peacemaker back in June. So
Okay.
it was 2 months after we finished filming. So
So it was still
uh,
a secret, kind of.
yeah, and like it was sort of like I was undercover because no one really knew who I was and like what I was doing there. But I'm like, like to be a part of that community was really exciting.
Hmm. Your character, Judo Master, is huge in the DC universe. I'm wondering if you could describe him in 3 words, what would they be?
Okay, so I would say badass,
Hmm.
um, uh, savage, and I think I have to say Cheetos.
Cheetos. Okay. We
Yeah, I
love
used
a
a lot.
reference.
Used a lot of Cheetos in the series.
I mean, there are so many cool shots in this series and so many cool shots with you in them. Do you have a favorite memory from when you were filming?
Tough. I think, oh, I one thing that stands out is in episode 3, I have an interaction where I'm like crawling on the ground. And I think that was either like the first or second day of shooting, and we were up in Vancouver, I think in January or February. So it was like below freezing and there was like snow everywhere. And my character is in like sleeveless costume. And so I had to crawl on the frozen ground and it was so cold, but I think the adrenaline was pumping so much that I felt fine.
Now, did you get to do your own stunts or did you have a stunt double? What was that like?
Yeah, I definitely had a stunt double because I had wushu, which is a martial arts background. But this character, he's supposed to uh, be a pro in all types of martial arts. So the stunt team really helped me with that. We conditioned and learned fight choreography about a month before the first fight. And so there were days where I could like barely walk and like get out of bed.
Sure.
It was really intense, but it was all really fun and a really good experience to be able to work with such great professional stuntmen.
Yeah. After all of that stunt training, do you think you could win a fight in real life or do you still need that training?
I think a choreographed fight might help in my favor. But I'm pretty scrappy, but who knows?
Who knows? We'll see what
Yeah,
happens.
right.
But as I said, DC has been a thing for a long time, and you're obviously a fan. Is there a character that you would want to play if you weren't playing Judo Master?
I really have an affinity for the Batman
Mhm.
universe, and I think something like Nightwing or Robin would be really cool.
Yeah. Have you watched Titans? Because that is so
Yes.
cool.
Yeah, they did a great job.
Yeah, the new season is great. And I could definitely see you playing any of those characters. I mean, now that you have your DC background, who knows what could happen in the
Right.
future. But you have been in numerous short films and been on big TV shows like The Kroll Show or Raven's Home. How have you seen yourself grow throughout these experiences to now having this big role in Peacemaker?
Uh, I think as a younger actor, I tend to like act, and I feel like as you grow up as a performer, you sort of hone your craft a lot more. And I've always been drawn to like super realistic type of acting, um, where like people can't really tell if you're acting or not.
Yeah.
And I think in that way I've grown and maybe matured, but I am just starting out, I think in a big way now. So I still have a lot more to learn and I'm excited to see how I'll grow in the future.
Speaking of your future, do you have any upcoming projects that you could hint at or talk about?
Nothing that I can talk about now.
Okay.
But yeah, I'm excited.
hmm And my last question for you, do you have anything you want to say to any fans who might be watching this interview or maybe watching Peacemaker?
I would like to say to the fans to enjoy the show. Um, just let yourself have a fun time watching it. All the cast and crew did such an amazing job. So to have an audience for it means a lot to us. And I think I speak for myself, and I think for a lot of the cast as well, we're up to answer any questions. We're all super nice. So, we like to interact with the fans a lot. So, yeah, just enjoy the show. I hope you guys like it.
Well, thank you so much for taking the time to do this interview and talk with me. It was so nice to meet you.
Yeah, nice meeting you too, Gracie. Thank you.